protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Hello and welcome back to the We Are City channel. Manchester City versus Brighton today. Hopefully we're in for a good game between the two sides. The Seagulls against the men in blue, the Premier League champions of course. No Scott Carson today. The side has changed a little bit. Let's go through the starting 11 for Manchester City. Ederson starts in goal. We've got a back four of Cancelo, Diaz, Stones and Zinchenko. No Walker in the squad today. He's apparently injured. We've got Rodri, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva in that midfield. No Kevin De Bruyne, he's on the bench. And then the front three is on the right-hand side, Mahrez. On the left-hand side, Phil Foden. And through the middle, Ferran Torres. No Jesus, no Aguero. Aguero is apparently injured. Sterling's apparently injured also. And they've gone with Ferran Torres, which you might think, oh, is that an odd one? Well, definitely not. Ferran's been fantastic. A hat-trick in the last game. Clearly suits playing through the middle. And is this Pep Guardiola and Cheeky Bergerstein and everyone else putting pressure on the likes of, you know, Tottenham Hotspur, saying, you know what, we might want Harry Kane, because that's what's been rumoured, hasn't it, this week. We might want Harry Kane, but we're not spending the money on him. And we're happy to use Ferran Torres if that's the case, and maybe City will decide to go with that, to spend the money nowhere else but on Ferran Torres. And that is, it's likely, isn't it? Like Pep Guardiola said, City aren't going to spend a lot of money. I expect that from City, not to spend a lot of money, to be honest with you. That's the way City are with things. They don't tend to spend a lot of money, do they? So expect Manchester City to maybe not go into the transfer market at all in the summer. But although I think we are going to, aren't we? I think we will spend the big money this summer. But we'll see. It's a strong starting lineup from Pep Guardiola. And I think it's the right starting lineup from Pep. He's making a statement here, isn't it? City want to get as many points as possible. Ederson wants to get that golden glove and confirm himself the winner of that golden glove. And City will give it their best. They really will give it their best. And no doubt City will do their best today. And we'll see how it goes. I think we should be in for a good game. The fans are back in the stadium as well, which is really interesting to see at Brighton. Of course, no away fans, no Manchester City fans. But speaking of away Manchester City fans, the fans that will be going to Portugal to watch Manchester City versus Chelsea in the Champions League final, all expenses paid for, barring the, of course, tickets. The club and Sheikh Mansour will buy everyone a plane ticket, will buy everyone accommodation, and I think that is really good. That shows how good City's owners are, doesn't it? It shows the intent behind everything. I think it's a bit of an apology, maybe, from the previous issues with the Super League. They understand they made a mistake. They're making up for it, and they're doing a really good job of making up for it, aren't they? Adwat's Deck says hello. Hello to you. Sophie Greenwood says hello. 3-0 to City, straight away in with a prediction. Julie says good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Julie. Hopefully we're going to see a Manchester City win today, and hopefully a big win for City. I've had a long day, and I think I deserve, as much as everyone else, a good City win today. So the Brighton side, I'll read it out for you. It's Robert Sanchez in goal for them. A back three of Ben White, Adam Webster and Dan Burn. Not on the screen today. I'll just read it out. Ben White, a man with top quality, isn't he? That centre back. They've got Alzate and Bissouma linked with Manchester City heavily in that midfield in Moda and Pascal Gross as well. Is it more of a diamond, is it? Gross, a wing back. Probably Alzate more than anything as a wing-back. And then the front three of Alexis McAllister, Danny Welbeck, ex-Manchester United man, and Jahanbakhsh, the Iranian striker. They've got Steele, Walton, Carbonic, Connolly, Trossard, Lallana, Percy Tau, Moses Caicedo, and someone else that I missed the name of on the bench for them. As for City, it's of course Ederson in goal, back four of Cancelo, Stones, Diaz, and Alexander Zinchenko. Into the midfield, our strongest midfield, you could say, barring Fernandinho, Rodri, Bernardo Silva and Ilkay Gundogan in there. And then the front three for City is a strong one. Mahrez on the right, Foden on the left, and Ferran Torres, the golden boy at the moment, through the middle. He's been a superstar for City recently, hasn't he? City have got some good players on the bench. Zach Steffen, Nathan Ake, Gabriel Jesus, Laporte, De Bruyne, Mendy, Ake. Who else on there? Fernandinho. Cole Palmer's on there. That would be a good substitution. I'd like to see Cole Palmer get some game time. The rumours are that him and Liam Delap have got a good chance. Gary says, hi, I'm just shopping home soon to listen. I'm going 2-0 City. Gary with his traditional 2-0 prediction there. Sophie's gone for a 3-0 this time. And everyone's expecting a clean sheet for Manchester City, which is good to see. I'm expecting a clean sheet today, actually. City should be getting a clean sheet, shouldn't they, against Brighton, really. Brighton, their biggest issue is scoring goals. However, maybe Danny Welbeck can get one against what have been his old rivals in Manchester City. I think I also remember Welbeck scoring a really nice goal for Arsenal against City only a few years ago, so possibly we're going to see that again today. Not long away from kickoff now, maybe a minute or so away. The referee today is it Andy Madley? I think it is Andy Madley, brother of referee Bobby Madley. Let's hope he has a good performance today, and it's good to see the fans back. It's nice to see a bit of normality, isn't it, in the stadiums, despite them all wearing masks. It's good to see just a, some sort of normality, which is needed in today's society at the moment, isn't it? Everyone is sort of getting sick of things, aren't they? And it's just the way it has to be, unfortunately, at the moment. But normality is good to see. So Manchester City versus Brighton and Hove Albion. Johan Bash ready to take the kick off the number 16. And the game is live on BT Sport today. The guy more cash says 2-0 City. How many fans are going to be there? I don't know. Is it 10,000 they've allowed in? I think it might be 10,000, which is a bit odd really, because 10,000 at City's ground isn't massive, as we have kick-off, as the ground seats around 50,000. Whereas 10,000 at Brighton's ground, that probably nearly fills it. I don't think it is 10,000 by the look of it. Maybe 5,000. Maybe 6,000. I don't know what is the allocation, to be honest with the guy more cash. I haven't read into it today. Bissouma's one to keep an eye on. Could be playing for the other side, the other team here today. This time next season. And Phil Foden's been fouled early there. Ball into him, and Ben White comes straight for the back of him. Great young centre-back, isn't he, Ben White? Clearly someone with a lot of potential. Ball goes back to Edison. City should win this game. I'm hoping for an exciting game. Pep playing the strongest players he can, I think, purely because he wants to get these players fit for the Champions League final. He's let them have a bit of a break. Break time's over. No more Scott Carson in goal. It's going to be Edison. Andrew says 3-0 to Manchester City. That would be a good result, wouldn't it? Big win for City is what we want today. Here's Foden, who he's lost out to the Brighton player here. Chased by Gundogan against the Brighton player, who's just clattered Gundogan in the back. Gundogan the captain today, and Gundogan staying down here. Johan Bash, it was. They're pressing heavily and highly, Brighton. Zinchenko plays out the press very well there. Back we go to Edison. He looks long. Into the path of, I think it's Phil Foden. Here's Mahrez. Mahrez still. Great skill from Mahrez. Mahrez the far post. Ilkay Gundogan makes it 1-0 Manchester City. Well, Riyad Mahrez had the Brighton fullbacks in absolute knots there, didn't he? Twisted them up. And then he lifts it to the back post. Brilliant loft by Riyad Mahrez. He's getting better and better, isn't he, Mahrez? Brighton fans look disappointed. The side are 1-0 down here. Well, welcome back to the Premier League, Brighton fans. You're seeing your side 1-0 down. See here as it makes it wide to Riyad Mahrez. He takes on the fullback really well. Inside, outside, inside, outside. The fullback doesn't know what to do. Doesn't get tight to Mahrez. Gives Mahrez too much space. Shifts it onto his left foot twice. Lofts it to the far post. It's Ilkay Gundogan with a header. Ferran Torres actually was in there as well. Again, ready to finish that if Gundogan didn't. Good header from Ilkay Gundogan. Another goal for him in this season. Been fantastic, hasn't he, the German? Really has. And he nods it in at the far post. Through the legs of Robert Sanchez. Brighton fans giving a couple of boos to the City players there. And City are 1-0 up straight away. And it's a really good start. Nice turn from Stones there. Calm and collected from John Stones. Well played. Is that Yves Bissouma? Very quality on the ball, isn't he, Bissouma? He's got that Yaya Toure skill. The ball seems to stick to his boots. Close control is on another level. Bissouma with the ball over the top here. It's given away straight to John Stones. What a fab start to the game, says Julie. Come on, City. 1-0 we do lead. And of course, Brighton with a side that got an early goal in this fixture 2 seasons ago. Aguero swiftly replied, didn't he? Then it was an Aymeric Laporte header. An Ilkay Gundogan free kick and a Riyad Mahrez screamer. They give Manchester City a 4-1 win over Brighton in this fixture 2 seasons ago. And their hands on that Premier League title. They've already got their hands on the Premier League title this season. They can take this game pretty relaxed. Long ball forward here. Diaz. Shocking header. Good header, actually. I take it back. Headed it with the perfect weight to Gundogan, who could win it and then pass it back to Edison. And Brighton look a bit deflated already. They can't be happy with their side. Oh, Bernardo's giving it away here on the edge of his own box nearly. McAllister. Going to test Edison. It's Pascal Gross. Into the boot of Gundogan. Deflected over the bar for a corner for Brighton. Showing some attacking intent. The Seagulls. I don't think that was ever going to go in anyway. From that sort of range from Pascal Gross. But he's definitely got a quality set piece in him. And a quality shot. And he gave it a go there, didn't he? Got big men in the box. Byrne, Webster, Ben White's not bad in the air either. Not at all as the centre-backs. So Pascal Gross whips it in. He's a header from Brighton and a lump away from Rodri. Up and under. As far as used Bissouma on his chest. Oh, brilliant skill from Bissouma. On his chest, on his boot. Flicks it over his head and back to Robert Sanchez. Who takes a massive risk with his pass there. Under pressure from Phil Foden. Here's Brighton on the left-hand side. Good ball in behind here. Good ball. Dink from Welbeck. Oh, he's put it wide. Danny Welbeck with it. I said he scored a dink against City for Arsenal. I remember that one. He's a mile offside here anyway. Would have been ruled out by VAR. Linesman keeps his flag down. Don't know why. Welbeck tries to dink it over Edison. Puts him out 6 miles wide. And one thing I should mention about Graham Potter is the Brighton manager. What a manager he is. I think he's doing a really good job at Brighton. The style of football he plays is really good. They want to play football. I remember in his first year at Brighton, they came to the Etihad and they played City at their own game. You don't see many teams do. The only problem with Brighton is they can't finish their chances. Similar to Manchester City, you'd say, in a way. Good work from Ferran Torres there. Give and go. Made a sprint in behind. Wanted the ball back. Want to get his chance to try and score. Here's Diaz, Rodri. Diaz again. Gundogan, Rodri. Under pressure from Bissouma. Skips away from that pressure as Rodri. And then Bissouma goes and nicks it back off him. Great midfield play from Bissouma. Top midfield play. For a man that surely doesn't stay at Brighton at the end of this season. You should be seeing him play for someone like Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal, Spurs. They're sort of out of the conversation, aren't they? But he looks a top player as Bissouma. Is he from Mali? I believe he's a Malian midfielder. Played for Lille, of course. Signed by Brighton from Lille. Lille had some really good players, you know, that they've sold. I was watching highlights of the Napoli game earlier. He looks a top player, that Osimhen. The Nigerian midfielder. Nigerian striker. Looks a real top player. Unfortunately, he's at the prison that he's called Napoli. And you don't leave Napoli unless you pay ridiculous amounts of money for him. So you might never leave that. Here's Cancelo. Finally drifting into midfield, Cancelo. I haven't seen him do that in the first 7 minutes or so. Rodri. Varane. Gundogan. Lovely switch out wide to Riyad Mahrez. The ball just glues to his feet, doesn't it? Takes it out of the air with ease. There's Riyad Mahrez, the Algerian. Here's Mahrez again, straight for the back of him. Comes Webster. He's burning fat, 6'7". All 6'7", and goes through the back of Mahrez there. Free kick to Manchester City. Rodri. Diaz. A clean sheet will be definitely the front of their minds, these defenders. They want to keep these clean sheets up. Gundogan with a swing into the box to Bernardo Silva, who made a bursting run. We just can't find him. Not quite. But City have looked good so far. They really have. Guardiola looks happy with his side. Likes Laporte, Stefan, Gabriel Jesus, who's been rumoured to be someone Spurs would want included in the Harry Kane deal. That would be an interesting transfer, wouldn't it? Him to Tottenham Hotspur. Having a proven winner in the Tottenham Hotspur side might do them a world of good, actually, despite, you know, Jesus' poor form, his poor finishing. He's won how many Premier League trophies now as a striker. Clearly a top player. All over the top here. Onto the chest of El Zate. That's an ambitious ball. Out wide to Welbeck that Cancelo's made a meal of. Welbeck wants a free kick. Joao Cancelo might get sent off here. Red card for Joao Cancelo. Well, that is shocking. Cancelo miscontrols the ball. Welbeck goes through the back of him. And Cancelo gets sent off. Looked to me like Welbeck fouled Cancelo. Cancelo went to take the ball out of the air. Welbeck comes flying through the back of Cancelo. And then just throws himself on the floor. Well, that's a definite not a red card. I think it's the free kick the other way. Tell you what, Danny Welbeck has bought that. Absolutely bought that. Cheating. Absolute cheating. Let's see if Cancelo gets sent off here. We'll see what happens. They're going to VAR this, but this should not be a red card for Joao Cancelo. Welbeck's bought that. He's literally just running to the back of Cancelo and throwing himself to the floor. Cancelo's done nothing to try and get him to bring him down. Absolutely nothing. Welbeck's just throwing himself over. They're going to VAR this. Julius, have you seen the Pep video singing Oasis and chilling out? I hope everyone's seen that video. We'll see it here. Oh, Cancelo and Welbeck wrap arms, but I don't think Cancelo pulls Welbeck down here. It looks like Welbeck just grabs Cancelo himself and then throws himself on the floor. Well, VAR will take its time. We'll see what its decision. Is it still a red card? It is a red card. So VAR has decided that Cancelo did foul Welbeck. So Cancelo is off. Off walks Joao Cancelo. He will miss the last game of the season. The chances are he'll miss the Champions League final. Pep won't be playing him after that. I didn't think that was a red card at all. Welbeck goes flying through into Cancelo. It's poor refereeing, personally. Don't know how VAR has gone ahead with it, but they have. Pep's not even looking at Cancelo. Oh, he's giving a little tap on the head as he walks past. That is a strange decision from the referee. Was it a clear red? I'm not quite sure. And here comes a free kick from Brighton. They've got a specialist in Pascal Gross, haven't they? Who could hit this one? See how it goes. Pascal Gross steps up. Gross! Ooh, into the wall. Wonder if it into the underneath of the wall and deflects up and over the bar. It's an odd one to see. Hits the feet of John Stones as he jumps and he manages to lift it up and over the bar. So Manchester City down to 10 men. Joao Cancelo on a red card. Clear denial of a goal scoring opportunity, they claim, says VAR. Gross swings on in for Brighton. They've got a good chance now playing 10 men. Away by Zinchenko. Through the back of Mahrez comes the centre-back Foden, taken down. Rodri. Scrappy game. Good tackle by Foden. Crossing by Gross. Whew, towards the near post. Looked like it was going in, that one. I thought at one point he'd actually... Ederson had saved this. He doesn't. He just leaves it enough to hit the post, the outside of the post as it's going out. But 13 minutes in, and we're on 10 men. It's a long time to play with 10 men. I think Rodri's now filled in at centre-back. We've got... Oh, my word. We've got Stones at right-back, and look who's coming on. Eric Garcia. Why? Why Eric Garcia? Just because he's Pep's favourite doesn't mean he should play. And it's looking like the Spaniard, well, the Catalonian, Eric Garcia is coming on. Diaz knocks it away. Bissouma get the ball on the floor, Manchester City. They do through Gundogan. Shoals it down to Bernardo. Is Stones. Still Stones. Under pressure. Done well. Diaz just lumps it up. Mahrez. Knocked away. Bernardo in there with the header. Who do you think is going to come off for Eric Garcia? I think maybe we see Ferran Torres come off. Maybe Foden. Maybe Mahrez, I don't know. They've all been playing well, actually. Be one of the front three, I assume. Here's your handbash. Ball in behind. Overhit. Throw into City, although the referee's now pulled it back for a free kick. Well, he's having a blinder, is Andy Madley. Never a red card, that is it. They're showing a replay. It's never a red card. If Danny Welbeck, under the slightest touch from João Cancelo, it causes him for his legs to project himself, you know, off into the air. It's Ferran Torres who's come off for Eric Garcia. That's a bad substitution. I wouldn't have took Ferran off personally. City might just sit back and try and see out this 1-0 win. But Danny Welbeck, obviously something he learnt while playing for Manchester United, that dive. Clearly worked well for him. "15 minutes gone." I mean, it's a long time to play with 10 men, isn't it? A really long time. And City are going to struggle now. There's no doubt about that. City really will struggle. And I am worried that City could throw this game away. Not that it matters. Here's Ben White. Rodri, good defending. Foden. Gundogan. Poor pass by Ilkay Gundogan. Really poor pass. See how it goes now. With City in trouble. Welbeck, good spin from Danny Welbeck. Not as old as you think he is, I don't think, Welbeck. He's still in his early 30s. Feels like he's a lot older than that. He's been around for a long time. Garcia back there doing the defending at fullback. His chance to show Barcelona why they signed him. No other reason than that, is there? That Eric Garcia's on there. Here is Gross. Hambash in behind to Gross. Deflects off Zinchenko. Finds its way to Pascal Gross. And back it goes to Brighton. So, I mean, really frustrating, that red card, because it looks like Welbeck fouls Cancelo. Rodri in there. He's playing well, Rodri. Got a lot of energy in midfield. Foden. Tackle from Ben White. Really good tackle from Ben White. White to your handbash. Cross in. It's overhit cross by your handbash. Massively overhit cross. We'll see here again. They only had really one to aim for at the far post in Welbeck. He made a bursting run into the middle, but there was nothing that was going to cause any problems for City, I don't think. Apparently, João Cancelo will receive a 3-game suspension, so he'll miss the Community Shield at the start of the season, as well as the Everton game and the first game of next season, which I don't think they'll be happy with. Oh, City on the counter here. Here's Gundogan. Into Bernardo. Wide to Mahrez. Mahrez! Oh, deflected over the bar. Good defending by Burn. Corner Manchester City, but City trying to counter. Catch Brighton out on the attack there. 3v4 and City still couldn't score. Good work from Mahrez again. Onto his right for this time. Burn read it though. Initially showed Mahrez into his left. Mahrez went on his right. On Mahrez like. Diaz is up there. Rodri, some big men in the box for City. As well for Brighton, defending it. A 2-0 lead for City with 10 men would be a really good start, wouldn't it? After 20 minutes. And it comes. Rodri gets ahead on it. Sanchez flying out. He miscontrols that, Sanchez. Well, the goalkeeper tries to catch it. He drops it and the referee gives a free kick. Well, the goalkeeper, Sanchez, comes out here, falls over his own player, then falls on top of Stones, then drops the ball, and City play, and the referee gives a free kick to Brighton. What colour shirt's the ref got under his green here? A white and blue stripe one. Here's Stones. Diaz. Good pass by Diaz. Into Bernardo. Gundogan trying to press that. Didn't work. Here's Pascal Gross. Wide to Johan Bash. Through the legs of Zinchenko to Gross. Cut back. Good defending by Gundogan and Foden. Still in the box. Foden lumps it away. Gonna have to be a defensively solid performance from City, isn't it? To get 3 points here. Playing with 10 men. Unfairly playing with 10 men, I must add. No doubt BT Sport have asked Peter Walton what he thinks of it. He'll just agree with whatever the referee says. Good head back by Eric Garcia, back to Ederson. Welbeck wants a free kick for everything. I don't like that from Welbeck. He knows exactly what he's doing there. Wasn't even a foul on him. He fouled Cancelo and got Cancelo sent off. Oh, good footwork from Brighton. Good football as well. Each player there playing a little tiki-taka passing. Didn't work out. They've won back possession. City tried to get it on the break. Which is how most of City's games are going to be played at the moment. It's looking like it's Rodri and Gundogan holding the midfield with Bernardo in front. Bernardo's playing a sort of attacking midfield, a false 9 role, because he will move into the forward line and move back. Of course, the solid back four still there, the goalkeeper. City should see off Brighton still, shouldn't they? Ball over top by Brighton to Zinchenko, who sees our play for a throw into Manchester City. Diaz, Zinchenko. Rodri, back to Ederson. Under pressure from Welbeck. Ederson lumps it long, straight out of play. Should have left his studs in there on Welbeck. Ederson had a choice to, had a chance to. Welbeck's doing a lot of running up top. He's not injured yet. Un-Danny Welbeck-like. Spends half his time on the injury bench, doesn't he? Well, apparently it's not Andy Madley, the referee today. It's Stuart Atwell. Even worse. Even worse. Here they come forward, Brighton. Stuart Atwell's having a shocker. Ben White here on the right hand side. Back to Webster. Brighton trying to play out from the back. Doing the best. Oh, and then a pass straight out of play by Webster. Brighton got to be disappointed with that. It's a shame. Here's Zinchenko. Long throw in. Doesn't work out. Straight to Bissouma. Round Rodri with these. Bissouma, the legs he's got. Johan Bash. Shocking pass. Shocking pass from Johan Bash. About 3 Brighton players to pick out there and pick none of them. City on the counter. Foden's made a bursting run. Gundogan's found him. Phil Foden. Phil Foden. Good tackle by Ben White. Really, really good tackle by Ben White. And the goalkeeper's dropped it again. Well, what's going on with Sanchez here? I mean, I know he wasn't even good enough for Rochdale. He's having a shocker for Brighton. Gundogan with a wonderful ball here. Through to Foden into the space. Foden goes through. Tackle by White. Sanchez goes to catch it. And he drops it. City need to test this goalkeeper, don't they? Got butterfingers. Keep crossing it in towards him. Try and make him catch that football, because he can't. In comes the crossing from Mahrez. Cleared away at the near post. Poor cross from Mahrez. Test the goalkeeper, Mahrez. He's rubbish. Here's Gundogan. Foden. Rodri. Here is Rodri. Into Diaz. Oh, Brighton player's gone down here. Not sure what for. I think it's Danny Welbeck. I told you Danny Welbeck could get injured. He's done his job. He's got a City player sent off. It's game over for Welbeck. Looks like he's going to be subbed off after 23 minutes with an injury. Who's surprised? No one. I'll tell you what, that would have been a good bet. I know Gary's a bit of a betting man, isn't he? Should have had a bet on that. Welbeck to be injured. in the first 45. You would have got good odds. I don't know if you would have got good odds, actually. Because it's expected. We'll see why. Just tries to sprint, I think, before that. Next minute, he's hitting the deck. And he can't run anymore. Hamstring knee. Be something like that for Welbeck, as it usually is. Julius is Welbeck spending more time on the floor. I know. So 1-0 City lead in the 24th minute. The game's absolutely been killed off by that red card, though, which is a bit of a shame, isn't it? You know, what a dead game it is now because of that. And the refs ruin the game, don't they, doing stuff like that? They really do. They really do ruin games doing stuff like this. It's just frustrating. How they've give that as a red card. Carl, the game is... Excuse me. Carl, the gamer says, I've made it. Good to have you, Carl, the gamer. City are 1-0 up, but down to 10 men. Brighton played a long ball over the top. Welbeck chased it down. Welbeck comes through the back of Cancelo and then throws himself to the floor and claims that Cancelo fouled him. And VAR believe it's a red card. Which it wasn't. It really wasn't a red card. Because Welbeck apparently had the potential to control the ball. As his 2 feet flew over his head. But Welbeck's now going off injured. And it looks like Trossard, the Belgian's, going to come on for Danny Welbeck. That's the change. So we'll see how it goes for Brighton with a new man up front. Long ball over, back to Edison. It was really poor from Cancelo, you'd say. I think he made a mistake to try and take it down in that situation anyway, Cancelo. His body positioning wasn't right, but it's not his fault he got sent off because he didn't do anything wrong. Welbeck grabbed him and went through him. Here's Gundogan. Oh, it's a red card for Brighton. I tell you what, it's a red card for Brighton. How he's escaped with a yellow card here at Jahanbash, I don't know. This is a high, nasty tackle on İlkay Gundogan in the knee. He's off, Jahanbash. VAR will check this and send Jahanbash off, surely. Stood showing on the thigh of İlkay Gundogan. Surely Jahanbash is getting sent off here. They should VAR this. Should be going to VAR. The referee should be making the decision to send Jahanbash off. I bet he doesn't. Since Stuart Atwell has done his best to try and help Brighton today. In his first 30 minutes. Gundogan's running through the centre of the pitch. Jahanbash studs up. Straight on the knee and the thigh area of İlkay Gundogan. Should be a red card. I bet they don't even check it. I'd be very surprised if VAR even check this. Trossard's ready to come on. Well, they might have to change that decision if we were to see Jahanbash get sent off here. I don't think they're even going to check this. I don't think they're even going to check this. Cameras are focusing on Trossard. As Gundogan struggles. Stuart Atwell says get off the pitch. Now you've had treatment. Why don't you go and check that on VAR, Stuart Atwell? Since you don't know how to use it. Cal the game says I've lost my faith in VAR long ago. Didn't everyone, Cal? What a waste of time VAR is. What a waste of time. He gets the yellow card, Jahanbash, but that's it. No red card for the Iranian forward. More forward by Edison. Foden in a battle with Ben White. He's doing a really good job against Phil Foden, actually. In this first half. Foden struggling. Oh, shocking pass by Rodri. Diaz has to go all the way back to Edison. Edison out of his box here. Edison plays it long. Straight out of play again for a throw into Brighton. Edison's distribution hasn't been as top quality as it usually is in this first half. Had a few really poor passes. Doesn't like him. Here's Sanchez. Webster. Oh. Water bottles rocking all over the place there. Still going here, Brighton. Webster. Wide to the fullback. Into the midfield. City win it back. Gundogan. Into Foden. Oh, heavy touch by Phil. Still gets away from Ben White. Burst away from Ben White there, but no City player could play the ball in behind to him. Rodri. Garcia goes back to Ederson. Ederson goes long. Intercepted by Webster. Poor pass by Ederson once again. Every pass Ederson's made long has been more like a clearance, not his usual high quality of pass that he does himself. And he's White. Webster. Burn. That's played at the left back as well for Brighton, Dan Burn, despite being about 6'6", 6'7". The same for Webster. He's another big man, isn't he, at the back? Two really big, tall centre backs who are good on the ball as well. Got reasonable, reasonable quality in possession. Here's Ben White. Been put on Phil Foden today, I think, Ben White, purely because he's the quickest of those three. Can handle Phil Foden's pace. Long searching ball over the top by Brighton. Just find the fullback who skips past Eric Garcia like he's not even there. Cut back! Oh, what a fluff of his lines there by Trossard, I think it was. Should be a goal for Brighton. Eric Garcia might as well not be playing. The way the fullback just ran past him there. Non-existent Eric Garcia at fullback. Here come Brighton again. Alzate. White. From left to right they go. Your hand bash. Ben White once again. Webster. Alzate. Webster. Brighton keeping possession. Bissouma. Good turn from Bissouma. Kick by Bernardo Silva. Free kick to Brighton. Stuart Atwell wants to talk with Bernardo Silva. Manny Qatar says, would Cancelo miss the Champions League final? He won't miss the Champions League final because it's a different competition. So he'd already miss English games. So probably he'll just miss the last game of the season, I believe. Especially with it not being serious conduct, he won't miss the games next season. Like at first I thought, being a straight red, it will just be one game this season, which will be the Everton game. Oasis striker Varane, that's what I like to see. How's it hanging, people? We're doing good, Loay, but you're going to be disappointed because striker Varane is no more. Joao Cancelo was sent off early on in the game. And Ferran Torres has come off for Eric Garcia, who's gone in at fullback. So no Ferran Torres today, which is a big shame. It was Alzate who skipped past Eric Garcia like he wasn't there, and Pascal Gross missed it. Lost his footing of the German. Kicked his own ankles from underneath him. And Brighton getting better, growing into the game a little bit. Ederson with the ball forward to Foden. Loses out to Ben White. Zinchenko straight in there. Would you rather play Rodri or Zinchenko in the Champions League final, or Fernandinho in the Champions League final? Asked Manny. I think Fernandinho personally. I'd definitely play Fernandinho over Rodri, but we'll see. Diaz was fouled here in the build up to this. He's not happy. A push in the back meant he couldn't head it away. Paul says, personally, don't think it was a red card at all, but not much you can do now. Well, exactly, Paul. I don't think it was a red card, was it? But the referee's made his decision. We've got to play on with it now. I mean, surely VAR is there to stop these mistakes. Obviously, it isn't. Well, Oasis, that's disappointing. Well, can't do anything about that, I guess. So how's the flow of the game? Well, City are keeping possession slightly. I think Brighton have probably had more possession since the red card. Brighton have only had one chance, but City look dangerous on the counter. Brighton are throwing men forward. And Brighton, the usual Brighton, they can't finish their chances. Ben White's having a good game at the back. But the pace of Foden and Bernardo causing Brighton problems on the counter. The problem is with City, they sometimes let that killer pass, don't they, on the counter? And they have today. Here's Diaz. Wide to Foden. Oh, lovely turn by Gundogan. Into Bernardo Silva. Such a heavy touch, though, from Bernardo. Paul says it looked to me like Welbeck went over Cancelo rather than the other way around. You're right, Paul. I thought it wasn't a red card. It looked like Welbeck fouled Cancelo, to be honest with you. He's been given the other way around. Meerkat says Cancelo's mentality looks like it's been dropping since Walker's been starting. Yeah, I mean, Cancelo went through a great patch of form, didn't he? And I think you're right, since Walker's been playing, because Cancelo's form dropped off, didn't it? But, you know, if one of them's playing good while the other one plays bad, and vice versa, you know, within, patches throughout the season, I'd be happy with that. I'd be really happy with that. Because then we can play Cancelo when Walker's not playing well, and we can play Walker when Cancelo's not playing well. And at the moment, Cancelo's not. The issue is Kyle Walker's injured today, hence why he's not on the field. Oh, really poor pass by Zinchenko, giving away to Bissouma. And Brighton go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Sanchez, who's been as shaky as ever, the Spaniard at the back. Can't seem to catch a football, can he? And he also seems really overconfident with his feet. Here's Murder. In the middle to Burn, and then even further central to Webster. Gross. White. Webster again. Mika says, I love Cancelo. I think he's way better technically than Kyle Walker. But recently Walker's been smashing it. Sadly, he's been injured. Yeah, Walker, they're both very different players, aren't they? They're both very, very different players. I think it's good to have that sort of change in the squad. Imagine if we had just two Kyle Walkers. Then we wouldn't have the attacking talent of Cancelo, would we? In games that need it against the likes of Brighton and so on. So I think it's good to switch between the two. I think it's the same in left back, really. I know Mendy's not the best, but in Mendy and Zinchenko, you've got two very contrasting fullbacks there, haven't we? Different sort of fullbacks. So it's good to have ones that can play in a certain game, play a certain way, and ones that can play a different game in a certain way. That works really well for City. Bissouma, what a tackle on Bernardo Silva by Bissouma. One back by Rodri. Well done, Rodri. City 3-on-3 here. Rodri. Wide to Foden, absolutely no one through the middle. Imagine if Edison scored a goal in the last minute, says Manny. Well, Liverpool fans have experienced that this week, haven't they? With that wonderful Alisson header. Bullet header, wasn't it, from the Brazilian goalkeeper? Didn't look like a goalkeeper's header, did he? It looked like he was a centre-back who'd come up from the back. Here's Bissouma. Jahanbash. Trossard, Jahanbash again. Alzate. Under pressure. Wins a free kick. Couple of kicks out at him by Bernardo and Mahrez combining. Ball over top by Brighton. And Diaz defends it really well. Well done, Ruben. Didn't make the risk of, trying to pass it back to Edison when Alexis McAllister was on his shoulder. Brighton. McAllister again. Looking for a shot. Does hit it. Pinballs around the box. Back out. Oh, and then Brighton run it out of play, did it? It's a goal kick for City. It's Trossard. He beat Eric Garcia, but couldn't beat the byline. Runs it out for a goal kick to Manchester City. Paul says Zinchenko has been one of our most underrated players this season, especially when you realise he's not originally left back. Quite right, Paul. He's been fantastic, hasn't he, Zinchenko? And maybe he had a bad year last year, but the year before that, I think he was class again. And, considering he's an attacking midfielder, imagine playing De Bruyne at left back, or Bernardo Silva, or Foden. I don't think they do as good a job as he has done. As Brighton get a chance here. Mistake from City. Good defending from Diaz. Playing it out from the back, City. Edison wasn't even on his goal. Edison's trying this ball to Foden every single time. Just lofting it to him and he's losing out. Laway says, the like button's free, right? Thank you very much, Laway. Quite right. If you do like the video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel. 80% of the people who watch the videos on this channel are not subscribed. So, if you can subscribe, that will do us the world of good. Ball through to Alzate. Searching ball. Good ball from, I think it was Burn all the way into the path of Edison, who's taking his time before he picks the ball up. City with a bit of time wasting here. Taking the time with things. You can see why they're doing that. Edison with a long ball forward. This time it finds Eric Garcia. It was the first good pass that Edison's played all game. Stones. Diaz. Foden. That's better from Foden. Ben White's following Foden, but Foden's played a good ball in behind for Zinchenko. And City are on the counter. Zinchenko bursts away. Oh, and he's slipped, I think. At first it looked like a foul. I think Zinchenko did just slip underneath the ball. And Brighton win it back. Meerkat says Zinchenko doesn't really need to defend because of our brick wall at the back. I assume you mean Diaz and Stones and Edison there. But when he needs to defend, he defends well. Exactly. And whatever's asked of Zinchenko, he tends to perform, doesn't he? If you ask him to attack, he'll do his job. If he has to defend, he'll do his job. Margin says, what is going on here, lads? Well, City are down to 10 men. If you're wondering why they're not playing the most amazingly. Here's Trossard up against John Stones. Good skill. Kicks it straight into Stones. Doesn't go behind. Ball forward. Straight to Bissouma. Oh, nice back heel by Bissouma. Into Burnt. Plays his team out of trouble there. 5 minutes to go in this second half. In this first half, sorry. Until we get into the second half, of course, after a break. Brighton will back themselves to get a goal here. And they might do with McAllister, who plays a good ball in. Alzate versus Rodri. Good header by Rodri. Gundogan under pressure. Mahrez has done well. And Gundogan goes. And here comes Ilkay Gundogan. Bursting away come Manchester City. Paul says, with Zinni performing so well, sort of make me bothered if you don't sign a proper left back next season. But Mendy was to leave, and I could see we could sign one. Yeah, but heavily linked with that Nuno Mendes. There's Tagliafico out there, isn't there? Jose Gaya. Quite a few. Teo Hernandez. They're not going to come cheap, are they? Whichever fullback City sign. And City will make sure they sign the right one. I think Nuno Mendes is the right one. We'll see how it goes. Martha says, who is your favourite football channel? The We Are City channel, of course. We just need a striker so we can go for the quadruple, thinks Meerkat. Well, maybe Harry Kane's that man. It looks like Harry Kane will leave Spurs. But I'm not so sure, personally. He might want to leave Spurs, but Harry Kane made a big mistake. For one, he signed that new massive contract, didn't he? And two, do you think any club's going to pay 150 million for a 28-year-old who's injury prone? I can't see it happening. He might be stuck there. Loe's got to go and study. Good luck with the studying for the test, Loe. Hope it goes well. I'm sure it will do. Loe's that thumbs up the like button. It is, Margaret. Click that thumbs up. Meerkat says if we don't get a striker next season, we'll have to start Jesus up front, who's just not consistent enough. Yeah, don't start to worry me, Meerkat. I don't want to worry about that. Imagine Jesus starting 38 games this season. We would be in trouble, wouldn't we? So, Brighton with a corner here. John Stones made a bit of a mess of a clearance before that. Cross comes in. Oh, Brighton should score. Who's got that away? Is that Diaz? Because that is a ridiculous clearance if he's managed to clear that away. Absolute big clearance. Massive, colossus clearance from Ruben Diaz. We'll see it again. Header comes in. I don't know how Diaz has cleared that. You need to show me a close-up here. He somehow cleared that away before Ben White finishes it. Incredible, Diaz. He's absolutely incredible, isn't he? Who'd have thought he was going to be this good? No one. Absolutely no one. Paul's has personally been a big fan of Teo Hernandez from Milan, but I've heard good things about Mendes, so who knows? Yeah, Mendes is only 18, isn't he? Teo Hernandez is, what, 24? There's a big difference there, isn't there? Want to be around for a lot longer. Hopefully Nuno Mendes is the one. I like Teo Hernandez. He's one that's already the finished article. Nuno Mendes has got some growing in him, hasn't he? Not that Teo hasn't either. But Nuno Mendes is sort of not the finished article yet. And he could get so much better if he's this good already at 18. Meerkat says Diaz is such a good defender who puts his whole body in the line to win games. He does, doesn't it? You should have seen it then. The ball came in and it bounced off Ben White. And as he took it on his chest, White, he's about to finish it in the back of the net from about 2 yards away. Diaz, he stood next to him. You think, well, Edison's not saving this one if Ben White smashes this. And somehow Diaz gets his foot in there ahead of Ben White, off bounds, and lumps it away. Pure class from Diaz. An absolute warrior. Captain, oh, Brighton have given it away here. Shocking pass from Rodri, though, as it usually is when he tries to play a forward pass. Great chance to set Bernardo Silva away, and it's a corner for Manchester City. Brighton clear it. But Rodri just ruins every attack, doesn't he, for City, it feels. So many times he's had the chance to attack, play a forward pass, and he messes it up. However, when it comes to sideways passes, not many better, is there? But you don't always want a sideways passer in your team. For Phil Foden to take the corner here. 44 minutes played. Cross comes in. Ooh, nodded on by Rodri. To the far post to Mahrez. Here comes Mahrez. He's one-on-one here. McAllister's has gone to help him out. Rodri with a lofted ball into the box. Into Diaz. Bobbles away to Stones and then Brighton clear it away to Zinchenko. Takes a shocking first touch. Brighton on the counter. Here it comes. Here they come now. Johan Bash, oh my word, what a terrible pass. I don't know if he's tried to dip Edison there from about 40 yards, but it's never going to happen, is it, for Johan Bash? Meerkat says Rodri said he's a great holding midfielder, but his attacking wise just isn't good enough. Yeah, it's really poor from Rodri when he goes to sort of make any attacking pass where City need to hit someone, team on the counter quickly. I think his attacking passing isn't that bad. Just when he hits them quick, he can't do it. A lot of the attacks from City break down under Rodri. Thoughts on the frequent Grealish links to City? I feel like under Pep he would become a whole other level of player. Yeah, you're right, Paul. I think he's a world-class player, isn't he, Grealish? An absolutely world-class player. And you're right, under Pep Guardiola, how good can he get? Probably to a ridiculous level, but you tell you what Grealish's problem is, and it's similar to Harry Kane's problem. He made the mistake of signing a new contract. He's never going to get a move, is he, if he signed a new contract? It's just going to cost too much money to sign him. 100 million. No one's going to spend 100 million on him. So he signed himself to Villa for the rest of his career. That was his choice. He can't then decide he wants to leave. And Brighton on the attack here. Gary says, has he missed anything? Only a red card, Gary, for Manchester City. Joao Cancelo got sent off for a foul on Welbeck. A denying clear goal scoring opportunity. Claimed VAR. Didn't look like it at all. Welbeck looked to a foul Cancelo, but it was a red card for Cancelo. City have scored early. Other than that, it's 1-0 Manchester City. City scored through Ilkay Gundogan within the first 3 minutes or so, and it looked like Brighton were going to get battered today. The red card totally changed the game. Brighton have been more on the front foot than Manchester City, but they lack that lethalness, didn't they, in front of goal. Brighton just haven't got it. Here's Webster. Gross. Webster again. Oh, lovely ball by Webster. Line-breaking pass. Here's Ben White. Brings the ball forward. White to Johan Bash. Bissouma. Meerkat says who's playing up front right now. It's sort of like Bernardo Silva in a false nine, but also is playing as a midfielder. He's doing both, Bernardo. Through the middle up front and through the middle in the midfield. Since we've got no striker, really. And we're on 10 men. Gary's still optimistic about his 2-0 prediction, even with 10 men. Well, I'll tell you what, Gary, City are looking good on the counter. They're just lacking that killer ball as they are a lot. Paul says he always thought Grealish could become a Sterling level player with the amount of goals he would score if he can coach by Pep. Yeah. I mean, it is somewhat realistic to think Pep Guardiola may say to Raheem Sterling, it's time for you to leave. And we'll get Grealish instead. I'm not sure that will happen. But it might be on the cards, you never know. Both can play off that left-hand side, can't they? Alzate, little back heel, straight into Rodri. And Garcia gets it away, does he? No, plays it short. To Mahrez, who he's done really well. Gundogan. Bernardo Silva, City counter at the end of this first half. Bernardo with a run. Oh, Bernardo tried to nutmeg Webster. He still got it. Bernardo. Foul from behind. Should be a free kick to Manchester City. Stuart Atwell continues his near perfect performance if you're a Brighton fan. Long ball wide to Gross, which is dealt with by Zinchenko really well. Foden back to Zinchenko. Into Rodri in the middle. Well played, Zinchenko. Rodri. Chance to burst forward for Rodri. Good spin, actually. He's done really well there, Rodri. Held onto the ball, you fought for way too long. Still played really well. Held onto the ball. Managed to get his pass off to a City player. Meerkat says, what signing would you love to see City make? Erling Haaland. All the way, Meerkat. Erling Haaland is the only man, in my eyes, that City should sign. Just that. Just Haaland. Think worry about a left back next year, maybe. Just get Haaland. Clearly that's our issue, isn't it? Scoring goals. Having a finisher up top. Who better than Erling Haaland? And he's a player that's going to be around for, what, another 15 years? You think, what, he's 20 now? So he's 35. I don't think he'll be at City till he's 35, but still, you'll get 10 years out of him. Depends on his agent, however, doesn't it? Policy doesn't see Sterling leaving personally, and he wouldn't like to see him leave because you've got faith in him as a player. Yeah, I mean, if that Sterling comes back, I've got faith in him. Been too long now, hasn't it, for Sterling, though? That's half-time, by the way. Manchester City 1. Brighton and Hove Albion 0 at half-time. City probably disappointed with that red card. Ilkay Gundogan there throwing the ball away in frustration. The referees had a shocker as Stuart Atwell. Meerkat says Haaland would be the dream. He would make our counter-attacks deadly. He would make it Meerkat, but unfortunately it's a dream signing that's not going to happen in Erling Haaland. So 1-0 it finishes to Manchester City half-time. I'm going to have a little break over half-time, rest my voice. I don't know if you can hear, but it's a bit raspy today for certain reasons. So I'm going to have a little break over half-time. You guys talk amongst yourself. If you want me to answer any questions into the second half, you ask them there. So half-time, Manchester City 1, Brighton 0. We'll be back after this little short break.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire. Yeah.
Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for the second half of Manchester City versus Brighton. Not been the most amazing of first halves. City took the lead early on, 3 minutes in, through Ilkay Gundogan, and they looked like they were going to dominate the game. They really did. But then, things changed dramatically, didn't they? Cancelo was fouled by Welbeck, let's put it that way. Welbeck's through on goal, he fouls Cancelo, wins himself a free kick and gets Cancelo a red card. So Man City down to 10 men. And since that, the game sort of died off. It's just City trying to hit them the counter. Brighton trying to break City down, but City are strong defensively. So it's a struggle, isn't it? It's good to see you talking amongst yourself in the live chat. I think everyone's pretty sold out. They Paul and Meerkat on Erling Haaland. He's the one we all want. But he's not the one we're going to get, I don't think. I think we'd be lucky to get Harry Kane, to be honest with you. I think we're very lucky to get Harry Kane. He's going to cost too much money. And it's just not a deal City I think would be interested in. I think, personally, and I've said this from the start, my little bold prediction, Alexander Isak from Real Sociedad. I might be wrong, but he's the one I feel City will go for. Hojak says, how's your evening going? It's going good. Manchester City are 1-0 up. How are you doing? Hopefully Man City will be 2-3-0 up by the end of this game, but I think it might end 1-0. Might be a bit of a boring game. Meerkat says, I've just noticed that De Bruyne, Fernandinho and Aguero only players left from Pellegrini on time passes. Exactly. And think, you know, Aguero and Fernandinho could be gone in 2 years. De Bruyne will be the only one left from Pellegrini. Although he has signed a contract until 2025, which is longer than Pep staying here at the moment from his contract, saying he'll be here until 2023. Judging by the videos we've seen on social media of Pep celebrating, cigar in mouth and singing Oasis, maybe Pep Guardiola's arrived at Catalan and left the Mancunian. And we could see him stay longer. Paul says, I think we get Harry Kane, but my personal favourite after Haaland is Lautaro Martinez. Tough one that. I think he's a good player, but is he a bit Gabriel Jesus? Do you know what I mean? I don't think he's a finisher, is he? Lautaro Martinez. He's a bit like Jesus. There's a lot of hard work and he links up play. And yeah, he scores some good goals, but I don't think he's a pure finisher. City needs someone who's going to score 20, 30 goals this season. Lautaro Martinez, I think he'll get you 20 goals maybe, but City need more than that. City need a 30-goal season, man. Meerkat says, when De Bruyne leaves, I'm actually going to cry because he's always been my idol. When he signed, I saw something special. Yeah, I remember his debut against Crystal Palace, where I think he played off the left or right wing. And from that moment on, you just knew there's something good about this guy. And his ability every time Pep, was here another season, just elevated and elevated. And now he's the best midfielder in the world, isn't it? There's no doubts about that. So Manchester City versus Brighton, players are back on the field. Shouldn't be long away now from kick-off. Stuart Atwell's checking the Brighton players are ready. Not the City players. Doesn't care about the City players, judging by his start. His first half performance, Stuart Atwell. And City have kick-off. So let's see how the second half goes. If City can hang on here, that'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? Just to keep the 3 points, a 1-0 win, a clean sheet. Professional performance in the second half would do us. Whether that's the way it's going to go or not, I'm not quite sure. City need to be smart in how they approach this game, don't they, in the second half. Not throw too many bodies forward. Not get caught out, but I don't think they will. I think City are clever now, aren't they? Much more clever than they have been in the past, where you would see City, do you remember that game against Wolves, where City were down to 10 men, but they were 2-0 up, was it? And they lost 3-2 in the end. Matt Doherty with that header at the end, and Mendy getting bullied by Adama Traore. It was just ridiculous. But City have got level heads now. I think they're much more calm, experienced, professional in their approach to games. And I think they value their defence a lot more than they used to. Well, Rodri's give the ball away here. Murder. Rodri, a good win by Rodri. Well played. Working hard to get back. Margaret's partner's gone for a 3-0 to Manchester City, and Bissouma's give away a free kick here for a foul on Ilkay Gundogan. Good spin off Bissouma there. Clear foul by Bissouma. Puts his leg in, takes Gundogan down. The captain, free kick to Manchester City. He can't complain about that, gives Bissouma. Although he does. He's trying to claim he won the ball. Obviously doesn't know what a football looks like. Paul says he feels like Martinez is a player that perfectly fits our transfer system of players who are 50 to 60 million signings rather than 100 million players. But I love us to get Haaland. Well, I tell you what, Paul, I don't think you'd get Martinez for 50, 60 million because he had a release clause, didn't he, of 110. And Barcelona were ready to activate that for whatever reason it didn't happen, and then he signed a new contract now. So he won't be going anywhere from Inter Milan. Bernardo on his chest. Into Foden, past White. Foden. See you later, Ben White. See you later, Ben White. Phil Foden's away from him. Ben White's pulling him all over. Foden. Foden still. Foden! Oh my word. What a goal from Phil Foden. What a goal. That is Lionel Messi-esque from Phil Foden. Absolutely incredible. He spins Ben White like a bottle top, and he runs, and Ben White's pulling him, and he runs, and Ben White's pushing him, and he runs, and he runs. He beats two Brighton players and slips it in the bottom corner across the goalkeeper. It's world class. It's absolutely world class from Phil Foden. You cannot give him space. Ben White's giving him space. All the way on his own, Foden here. Just didn't stop. What a finish. Great start to the second half, says Gary. Yeah, you've got your prediction right at 2-0 there, Gary. Foden is a gem, says Meerkat, and Paul has completely forgot the new signing. My bad, yeah. New contract that Martinez signed. What a goal by Foden, though. No stopping Foden. Julie says it there. No stopping Foden. Absolutely none. Incredible stuff from Phil Foden. You just can't stop him once he gets running. I honestly think you can't stop him. Paul says he loves Foden. I think everyone loves Phil Foden. Brighton love it. Are going to make a substitution. They're not loving Phil Foden out left-hand side. And they're going to bring on Adam Lallana for a bit of help, maybe a bit of protection. And Andrew says a superb goal. It was. You don't get much better than that, does it, from Phil Foden? Incredible stuff. Meerkat says Foden and Mount. Well, I'll tell you what. I wasn't the biggest fan of Mason Mount. And the more I've watched him, the more he's started playing well, I've realised, you know what? I think Mason Mount is a really, really good player. Is he better than Phil Foden? No. But is he a really good player? Yes, he is. I think he's a different player. But I think he's top quality is Mason Mount. He really is. Foden's been forearm smashed here from Webster. Just a bit of an arm on Foden's face to stop him running away there. Here's a free kick. Hand on the throat, actually. Hand around the throat by Webster. Not intentionally aggressive or anything. Just to stop Foden getting away. Free kick Manchester City. Here's Eric Garcia. Mahrez round the corner to Rodri. Oh, great pass, Rodri. Straight back to Brighton. Shocking pass. Here come Brighton. Trossard. Trossard. What a goal. What a goal by Trossard. That's down to Rodri. Shocking from Rodri. Absolutely shocking from Rodri. No one around him, and he passes it straight to a Brighton player, Trossard. Diaz dives in 2, 3, 4 times to try and block it. Trossard goes round them all and smashes it in the top corner. Good goal from Trossard. Really good goal. Really, really good goal from Trossard. Gary says, oh dear. That's Rodri, that one. That's Rodri. And what really, really annoys me about Rodri as well on that is he gives the ball away to Brighton. Does he chase the ball? Does he chase it down? Does he try and defend for his team? No. He throws his hands up in the air. He looks at the sky and waits for Brighton to score. Useless from Rodri. Frustrating from Rodri. I don't like that. Brighton back in the game just like that thanks to Rodri. Gary's lost his prediction. Paul says I feel Foden's better as a winger than down the middle, but he's incredible everywhere, so that's no insult to Foden by me at all. I think he's better as a winger, isn't he, in his earlier years, but I think as he gets older, we will see him move into the midfield. He's got that Iniesta about him, hasn't he? And Iniesta was the same. Played most of his career on the wing until he got a bit older. Once he learned that ability to control tempo of a game, you know, speed it up, slow it down. David Silva played as a winger, didn't he, as a youngster? I think he'd be really good for Phil Foden through the middle. Really good goal by Trossard, by the way. Really, really good goal. But I'm really annoyed at Rodri for that one. Because there's absolutely no need for that pass. I don't know why he did it. Why didn't he just look up? That's Rodri out of the Champions League final, isn't it? Fernandinho will be starting ahead of Rodri. I can tell you that. Because that was just shocking from Rodri. It really was. Ball in behind to Bernardo Silva. Showing his strength there. He's offside apparently, Bernardo Silva. Was that from a throw-in? How has an offside been given against Bernardo Silva on a throw-in, by the way? Did anyone just see that? Bernardo Silva just been given offside on a throw-in. On a throw-in. You can't be offside in a throw-in. What's going on? Paul's 100% agree with him becoming an out-and-out midfielder as he gets older. Yeah, exactly. He's got the quality, hasn't he? He'll learn that tempo of the game. He will. Rodri, shocking again. Dispossessed in midfield. Rodri's playing for Brighton here. They better get him off. Good block by Garcia. Rodri's having a shocker in that midfield. He really is having a shocker, Rodri. And here's Webster. Brighton back in possession. White. Into Burn. Wide to Murder. Webster. Paul says he thinks Rodri's a good player, but it happens too frequently that it does. Oh, Gundogan's injured as well. Fantastic. Ilkay Gundogan's down injured. He's going to have to come off. This is not looking good. Because it means you can't sub Rodri off. Hopefully it's just a precaution from Gundogan. It's his knee that's hurting him. After that kick from Jahanbakhsh that should have been a red card, but you don't get red cards if you're wearing a black shirt today. And Fernandinho's coming on for Manchester City. Hopefully Rodri's coming off. Maybe as well as Gundogan. Cal Game says, do you think Kane will come to City? I think Harry Kane wants to come to City, doesn't he? I think I saw something really good actually. And I liked it. It was a quote that said, Harry Kane needs Manchester City more than Manchester City needs Harry Kane. And I think that's quite right. I think he wants us more than we want him. I think he's desperate to join City. But I think he's done it a year too late. That Paul says, exactly right. Put there, Paul. A lot of money to spend on someone who's 28 and injury prone. I can't see it happening. Honestly, can't see it happen. I think he wants to join City. I think he'd be begging for a move to City. He's seen what, likes of Kyle Walker and who else has left, clubs that have gone on and won stuff. And he thinks, I want that. I need to win trophies. I can't finish my career as someone with no trophies. But he shouldn't have signed the contract, should he? He shouldn't have signed the contract with Tottenham Hotspur last season. And he's tied himself down to Spurs, hasn't he? He's tied himself down to Spurs. I don't know what he expected. Apparently he had a talk with Levy last season, the chairman. And Levy said to him, listen, Harry, give us one more year and you'll change your mind. Sign the contract and you'll see next year how good we're going to be. And he believed that. He's as bad as Messi, isn't he, for believing rubbish? Because Messi's believed all the rubbish they told him at Barcelona about the team becoming better and stuff. And it's never happened, has it? For so long. So, more fool Harry Kane. I mean, I did see something that's quite interesting. It was Harry Kane's agent is the same agent as Wilfried Zaha. Another one that's been trying to get a move out of Palace for so long, but they won't sell him because he keeps signing long-term contracts and then can't get a move because they want so much money for him. Well, stop signing a long-term contract then. Just don't understand it. Just is keep the hype of who wants Kane and keep his price tag high. It'd be Kane, he wants a low price tag. Oh, Brighton will give it away yet. Mahrez. Wide to Foden, is it? No, it's Bernardo. Into Foden. Good touch by Phil. Wide to Bernardo. Still Bernardo. Man in the box. Cuts it back to Rodri. Wide to Zinchenko. Rodri, Zinchenko. As usual, any attack dies when Rodri touches the football. Back it goes to John Stones. Stones. Back he goes to Eric Garcia. No forward passes on. City lacking the bodies up top. They're lacking a Ferran Torres to make the runs, aren't they, in behind for them. Here's Mahrez. Ooh, clattered into. He's burned by Eric Garcia. Not happy, Eric Garcia. He didn't look happy there. Putting a big, hefty challenge on Dan Burn. He thought it was a foul on Mahrez. So Garcia went and put a late tackle in on Burn. Paul says he saw a tweet earlier saying since Spurs have last won a trophy, 28 players have left Spurs and won 117 trophies altogether. Just shows, doesn't it? I mean, Luka Modric, Gareth Bale. There's plenty, isn't there? There's absolutely plenty of them. There was a time this season when Tottenham was number 1, says Calder Gamer. Exactly, they were top of the league. And City on the counter here. Mahrez. Oh, dispossessed by Burn. Good defending by Burn. Ball in behind here. Brighton on the attack. Good cutback. Cross in. No. Taking the time to put the cross in. To the edge of the box to Burn. Burn with a rocket. Straight into Fernandinho, who stood a yard in front of him. Garcia. Brighton want a penalty for handball on Eric Garcia. They might get it. They might score anyway. Oh, somehow it's not gone in. I don't know if it was Diaz who somehow blocked that shot there. Whipped it across the box from close range. Fired into Ruben Diaz. City are hanging on here. And they would have been hanging on to stop them from going 2-1. But Rodri had to go and do that ridiculously stupid pass. Ball forward for Brighton. Can't get in behind Zinchenko though. Good defending by the Ukrainian. Really good defending. Throwing for Brighton now. 60 minutes of the game gone. Approaching the halfway point of the second half. Here's McAllister, is it? Or is it Lallana? Very similar, actually, the two. Burn lofts the ball in. Diaz nods it away. Rodri picks it up. What is Rodri doing? Shocking pass again by Rodri. Get him off. What really frustrates me with the Rodri thing is as well, he's been playing well actually this season. And I think someone asked me, it could have been the last live stream. To me, is he any better than Javi Garcia? I didn't think Javi Garcia was bad. But is he any better than him? No, he's just Javi Garcia. Foden's having a run at Brighton here. Given away by Suma. Foden. Well played. That's how you retain a football, Rodri. Oh, Rodri's on the ball again here. Fernandinho. Mahrez. Rodri. You worried every time he touched the ball, Rodri. Bernardo. Tackled by Bissouma. Great tackle. Rodri in there to win it back. Fouls the Brighton player, McAllister. Free kick Brighton. Rodri's got a black eye. Well, I don't know, since when has Rodri got a black eye? Ooh, that was a handball in the box by Eric Garcia. It should have been a penalty for Brighton. Should have definitely been a penalty for Brighton. Handball by Eric Garcia. How's VAR missed that one? Here's Webster. Burn. Cal says the only disappointing player this season is Sterling. Yeah. Everyone else has been alright. Everyone else has played well, haven't they, for the majority of it. Sterling hasn't, though. Sterling really hasn't. Been a full season for Sterling, hasn't it? Pretty much. Alzate. Burn. They look good, Brighton. They really do. I like them. I like the way they play. Good football here. Good turn into the box. Trossard. Strike! What a block that is from Zinchenko. Takes one square in the chest and then Foden's pulled down by Bissouma. Zinchenko's looking under his shirt. It looked like that one hurt him. You were Ben White with a volley at the far post. He caught that. And so did Zinchenko right in the square in the middle of his chest. Oh, he didn't. He hit his arm. hit his arm and his body. It looked like it hit him in the middle of the chest. It hit his arm and his body. Brighton should have had a penalty though for Eric Garcia. He tried to tackle Trossard in the box. And as the ball bobbled up, Eric Garcia basically punched it away. Lindis has got home from work, so was listening to the radio. Your commentary is much better. Thank you very much. Hopefully it is. Not on my best form today, but I'm giving it my best. Burn, long forward. Well done, John Stones. Rodri's trying to run the ball forward again. Great tackle by Bissouma. I'm absolutely sick of Rodri giving the ball away. Every time he touches it, he gives it straight back to Brighton. Here's Bissouma. Alzate. Looks impressive, Alzate, you know, from Brighton's youth team. There had a few good players come through that youth team. Trossard. Space to shoot. Wide. Cross comes in. Edison catches it. Of course, Edison's lost his golden glove here. I don't know if he has lost his golden glove, but he's lost one chance to get a few ahead, hasn't he? Linda says, P.S. I just listened to 3 adverts. Thank you very much, Linda. That will have earned me probably about 0.0003p. But every little counts, because the more people do it, eventually it builds up to that 3p. Alzate nods it all the way back to the goalkeeper, Sanchez. Calm from Brighton. They've had a good game, Brighton. Gifted a goal, really. It was a good goal, to be fair. They scored. But it was poor from Rodri. He gave it away. Paul says, I think you're doing a good job, mate. I'd be terrible. Well, thank you very much, Paul. I'm a bit off form today, to be honest with you. I've got a sore throat. But usually I think I'm on better form. This is my worst form today, but I'm doing my best. I have thought maybe not covering this game, but because of how I'm feeling. But I thought, you know what? Best doing it. Paul, thoughts on Mahrez saying he'd happily retire at City? I can't see that happening, to be honest with you, Paul. I can't see that happening. Eventually, he'll get older, he'll slow down. City won't keep players that are not playing well, will they? We've seen it, how ruthless City can be. Sergio Aguero is the biggest example, isn't it? They're not sentimental. If you're not playing well, you're out. Here's Brighton. Good football from Brighton. Cleared away from John Stones. Brighton again getting into the box. Brighton again playing well. Carl Game says, what if Edison scored a goal? Well, if we get a penalty, maybe Edison will take it. You never know. Brighton back in possession again. It's been all Brighton. As expected, City on 10 men, they're struggling. Oh, well done, Bernardo. Well done, Bernardo. Getting back and working hard for the team there, Bernardo. And Zinchenko steams it into White behind for a goal kick to City. And credit to Bernardo Silva there. He didn't give up. But that's what Rodri does. He gives the ball away and then doesn't run back. Is it because he's slow? He's slow of thought as well, isn't he? As well as in the legs. He didn't chase back. Alzate makes way for Brighton. And in comes Zakiri. Never heard of him, the number 29. See how he does. Paul says, I saw he said he'd like to retire in England. He said, why not City? That's all I saw. Yeah, I mean, he might retire in England, but he won't retire at City. I just can't see that happening, to be honest with you. I really can't. Linda says, Margaret, it's a fab channel, though. So great to be able to support there. Thank you very much, Linda. I'm glad people are liking the channel. We're up to 1,140 now subscribers, which is massive. This is massive, you know. Never thought I'd get 1,000 subscribers. So thank you very much to everyone who's been subscribing. It does mean a lot. Honestly, it does. And if anyone is, going to buy from Amazon, or you're going to buy, anything on Amazon, there's links in the description below. Go and click those links. And if you click through those links, that just helps me out a little bit. I mean, you're gonna buy from Amazon anyway and give Jeff Bezos even more billions. Why not give me a few pennies on top of that? I would be grateful. Ooh, chance for Brighton here. Bissouma with a strike from range, mile over the bar. Sastro JP says he's Aguero leaving because of ligma. I think, is it a ligament injury you mean? Or Aguero's leaving because he can't stay fit, can he? He really can't stay fit. That's why Aguero's leaving. If he could stay fit, I think they'd keep him. Paul says, I did subscribe during this live stream. First time I've come across this channel. Thank you very much, Paul. This is probably the least excitable I've been during a live stream. I'm glad you've subscribed from this one. Expect better. If you like FIFA career mode as well, there's we do FIFA career modes on this channel. I'm not sure if that's your sort of thing, but it's there. Long ball forward from Brighton. Bernardo's sort of moved out to the left-hand side here. Phil Foden's doing really well. Just took it past 2 Brighton players into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo's going forward here. Bernardo wins a throw-in, does it? No, it's a throw-in to Brighton. Unlucky Bernardo Silva. The hard work for Bernardo. When he even doesn't do something exactly how you want it, he still works really hard. And that's what I like about him. And here's Dan Burn motoring forward. Big man, isn't he? Like I said, 6'6", 6'7". Trossard. Murder. Into the box. What a cross. What a cross by the Brighton player. When there's no one attacking it. Absolutely no one attacking it. The fans and Graham Potter applaud the attempt from Murder. Cross it into the far post. Just anyone to attack that. It's a tap-in for Brighton, but no one was there. Paul says, love FIFA career mode. I'm not always a huge fan of foot, but career mode has always been my go-to game every FIFA. Yeah, same for you. Same for me, Paul. I don't like FIFA Ultimate Team either. It's about how much money of your own money you can put in when you've already spent £50 odd on a game. Whereas career mode, you can, enjoy that. Try and keep it as realistic as possible. We've got plenty of career modes on this channel. Check them out. We started a career mode early on in this channel on PlayStation 4. Unfortunately, the file corrupted. So I decided to move to PlayStation 5 with the FIFA 21 career mode. Check it out. We're into Season 2 at the moment. And we've got Season 3 coming after that. Maybe even 4. Here's Murder again for Brighton. 69 minutes played on the clock. Ben White. Y2. Another full-back. Brighton looking to break City down. Rodri going to press Bissouma. Probably wasn't the best of ideas. Burn. Brighton showing a little bit of urgency. Ball in. It's a really poor ball. All the way through to Edison, who takes his time to pick it up. Under pressure from Zakiri, the Brighton forward. He's just come on. Thought he's more of a midfielder really when he came on, but he's not. Here's a forward, the number 29. Ooh, look at this. Edison's played it forward to Foden. Mahrez. Oh, Phil Foden's a mile offside. Well, you're offside when the keeper kicks it to you, unless you're David De Gea and Edison Cavani, it seems. Manchester United got a draw with Fulham. But their goal came from an offside. Obviously, VAR, so vigilant with offsides with their lines, decided not to check that one. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What is it there for? Here's Webster. Over the top. Oh, good chest by Trossard. Well played, Brighton. Burn. Imagine if Brighton had a clinical forward up top. They do so well. Trossard up against Garcia. To the far post. Ooh, Zinchenko heads it away. Ben White, the far post with a strike deflection. It deflects wide. I don't know if it's a corner. Yeah, it is a corner. Look who's blocking that again. It's Ruben Diaz. Corner for Brighton. Paul says, do a City career mode every year. Just love playing a City, and I'm currently doing a save with Malaga. That's quite interesting. 7 seasons in. Quite like Malaga. No, I've never been there. I believe it's a nice place. I've seen lots of videos from Malaga. Oh, there's a foul by Foden here on Trossard. Free kick in the 71st minute to Brighton. Who's going to take it? A chance to swing one in here to some of the big men. I like doing the lower career modes as well, Paul, to be honest with you. I like doing the smaller teams, and maybe I will do one on this channel. The City career mode will go on for a while, but maybe something alongside that. Manny Cactus says, idea for YouTube content, Man City youth team only. Well, that is a possibility, Manny, but only on PES, because you can't create the players on FIFA, unfortunately. Oh, good. Oh, Brighton somehow haven't scored here. Take the free kick shot, play it down the wing. They put it across the box. Luckily, City defend it away. But City got lucky there. Really lucky. Ball comes in. Chance! Oh, it's 2-2. Bullet header from Webster. Cross comes in. The big man's in the box. Adam Webster scores. 2-2. Been coming. It's been coming. That's what happens when the referee kills the game at 10 minutes and he sends Cancelo off for absolutely nothing. Linus saw the Cancelo incident replay at half time. No way it was that red card. It wasn't, was it? I just, you know, it's really annoying. Really annoying. How does this goal work? It's just a long ball into the box from the wing. Webster up there. Who's he up against? Who doesn't win this header? Stones and Fernandinho. And Webster comes flying in over Fernandinho and heads it into the back of the net. 2-2. Good goal for Brighton. Really good goal. Carl the Gamer says, which do you like better, PES or FIFA? Game mode wise, FIFA for a mile. Gameplay wise, PES by a mile. They should combine the games, to be my idea. I know they won't, but I'd love them to combine the games. I think FIFA's too much about pace at times. I like to, you know, try and break teams down like you can do on PES. So 2-2 Manchester City and Brighton, 73rd minute. Exciting game. If you're a Brighton fan, come back here from 2-0 down. Thanks to Rodri gifting them a goal. And Stuart Hartwell gifting them a 10 men for us. City on the counter is Bernardo Silva. Mahrez. Here we come again. Mahrez. Try to do it all on his own, Mahrez. He's kicked and it's a free kick to Manchester City. Paul says he's always enjoyed doing Portsmouth or Shrewsbury. As I'm close to Shrewsbury. Oh, no, very interesting. Two good teams to pick there. And it's good to try and get teams promoted, isn't it? That's always enjoyable, getting teams promoted. And discovering players you don't quite know. I quite like that. Gary says it's good to see the fans enjoy the Brighton comeback. Quite right. But City have got a free kick here in a glorious position. And we know Mahrez has got a good left foot on him. We know Bernardo Silva's good at this angle. I hope Mahrez puts this one in. I'm sure Brighton will have watched that free kick at Paris and have seen the wall where Kimpembe split in the wall, and they'll be saying, don't be doing that, Ben White and Webster and so on. Daniel Joshua says, come on Manchester City. Let's hope so. They can score here. 75 minutes played. Not long of the game left. 15 minutes or so. Plus extra time, added time. Injury time. Zinchenko and Mahrez over this. Mahrez going to take it. Mahrez! Oh! So it was saved by Sanchez. He was sort of down the middle. It's a save by Sanchez, but he did drop it. And I just, for a split second there, thought we were about to see Sanchez bundle it into a City player. And I think it was Bernardo or someone tap it in. Unfortunately, he couldn't finish it. Paul says he's just signed Brighton goalkeeper for Malaga as a backup. Well, hopefully he don't play for you like he plays for Brighton. Daniel Joshua says, do you reckon Man City to win the Champions League this year? We've got to be confident, haven't we, Daniel? Come on, let's say we're going to win it. I know it'd be typical City to go and lose it, but why not? I'm sure City can do it. Long ball over the top for Brighton. Ederson's come out of his net. They've took it round Ederson. Don't know what he's doing. Ball into the middle. Oh, City are all over the place here. It's Dan Burn! Dan Burn! What a save by Ederson. Burn again! 3-2 Brighton. What a comeback. What a comeback from Brighton. 2-0 down to 3-2 up. Pulled us apart there. And Dan Burn, the centre-back, has scored. He had a nosebleed. He was that far up the field. Initial shot saved by Ederson. That didn't stop him. City have just crumbled here. Absolutely crumbled. The gaps in defence are massive. Oh, is he offside? I don't think he's offside. Could be offside here, Burn. I don't think he is. I think he's just onside. The centre-back comes striker. Gary says, oh wow, nothing, good job, nothing right in this match. Exactly. Credit to Brighton. They've done really well. Lindis' shocking defending, exactly. City are so open at the back. Terrible. Can't defend. Carl the Gamer wants City to win, but he remembers what we did to UEFA. Yeah, don't be expecting any favours in the final. Brighton are coming forward again here. City clearly give the ball away straight away. Bissouma. City are crumbling, absolutely crumbling. Can't defend. Bissouma again. We're too busy showing the highlight of the goal. We didn't see kick-off, but Brighton somehow got the ball straight back. Webster. Burn. They've played really well, have Brighton. Really well. Here they go. Here they go again. Eric Garcia's clueless. Trossard. Trossard with a shot saved by Edison. Eric Garcia, get him off. Edison pumps it long to Foden, who chases it. Too far for Phil Foden. Bernardo Silva's come off. Gabriel Jesus is on for Manchester City. But Eric Garcia, he might as well not be on the field. His defending's terrible. He's always out of position. Always out of position. Really poor. Daniel Joshua says should have played Walker. Unfortunately, Kyle Walker's injured and Cancelo got sent off. So he couldn't play him. You'll never guess who's just give the ball away again in midfield. Rodri. Again. As usual. But also says I'm confident going into the final because Chelsea haven't actually played against our false nine yet. Now, I'm not going to write Chelsea off at all. Well, they played the false nine once, didn't they, when they were under Lampard earlier in the season. And City managed to come away with a 3-1 win. City have been shocking today. Linda says it's easy when you're 12 against 10. Well, that's quite right. Brighton have got numbers in their favour, haven't they, today? But they have played really well. And I think they deserve to get back into this. I think the referee killed the game with that red card, which wasn't fair. But they've actually played really well. Here's Burn. Look at this. They're just knocking it around the back here, Brighton. I suppose you're right. Linda's right there. The result doesn't matter at the end of the day. He might do for the players' confidence going into the Champions League final. He really might. Here's Burn. I think Davy Proper's come on for them. I've not seen him pass the ball forward yet. Oh, here we go. He has passed one forward. Every pass has been backwards. Bissouma. Out wide. Here's Burn. Manny says we need to rest our main players to avoid injury against Everton so they fully fit the Champions League final. I'd agree with you there, Manny, but I think Pep will see it as the players need to get their rhythm up, don't they? He'd call it rhythm. Here come Brighton again. Good tackle by John Stones. Carl Gamer, what position is Brighton? They're down near the bottom, aren't they? Right now, right down near the bottom, but they can't get relegated. Dead rubber, really, this game. Really is. Andrew says Garcia's rubbish. Yep. Messi Magic says Brighton are 17th. Well, there you are. 17th place, Brighton. Paul, I've heard a lot of bad things about the referee who's chosen for the final. Apparently him and Pep have got many problems in the past. Yeah. Him and Pep hate each other, so let's see how it goes. He sent Pep off, didn't he, in that Liverpool game as well. They've known each other since Spain. Ball in from Trossard. Attacked again by Webster. Somehow City clear it away. Eric Garcia. He's shocking. He's running in quicksand, Garcia. Oh, City have a chance to counter it. It's Gabriel Jesus. Jesus. Oh, foul by the Brighton player on Jesus. How was that not a free kick? And Fernandinho's going to get a yellow card here. Stuart Atwell. Is that an absolute shocker here? An absolute shocker from Stuart Atwell. That was a clear foul on Jesus, surely. Well, Dan Burn, with no intention to play the ball, swipes Jesus' legs from underneath him. Somehow it's not given a free kick. And then Fernandinho fouls Bissouma and it's given a free kick. That is shocking from Stuart Atwell. That might be the worst refereeing decision I've seen. Honestly. Messi Magic said, I know we've won the title, but I don't want to lose. I know, I agree with you, but how has he not give this free kick for the foul on Jesus? I don't know. The referee has had an absolute shocker. I mean, how is he not seeing that Burton's just kicked his legs from underneath him from behind him? And then just said play on. What a blinder Stuart Atwell's played today. What an absolute blinder. He's murder up against Stones. Not getting round John Stones. Well played, Stones. Free kick. He's given a free kick here, referee. For a little push on Stones. Well, at least he's got eyes, the ref. Manny says even the FIFA refs are better than this. Manny, even the PES referees are better than this. And they are shockingly bad. Shockingly bad. Andrew said ref's not even that good to be called a joke. He's been so bad, hasn't he? I mean, how he hasn't seen that, I don't know. How he hasn't seen that, I have no idea. Throwing for Manchester City, 83 minutes played. Doesn't look like City are going to get anything from this game. A defeat. Like he said, I think Linda said it, 10 versus 12. Not an easy game. Rodri, good tackle. Back to Diaz, Stones. Bringing the ball forward as John Stones. Mahrez goes back to Fernandinho. Diaz. Good passing to Jesus. Nutmeg by Jesus and the Brighton player. No free kick again, says the referee. Brighton come forward, Bissouma. Past Eric Garcia. Trossard. Proper looks for a shot. Chests it down. McAllister, what a block by Diaz. Bissouma with a stroke. Sliced over. Strike from Bissouma from miles over the bar. This was great football from Brighton again. Emma Smith Rowe says what is happening. I was not watching the game. Brighton are 3-2 up. City are on 10 men. And City are playing 12 men. I've never seen a referee performance in a long while this bad. I honestly don't know how Eric Garcia is a Manchester City player. If City were to lose the title because this, it would be controversial as Carl the Gamer. Yeah, it would, but luckily that's not the case. The referee is clueless. Looks like Brighton are outplaying Pep. Maybe he smoked too much, says Emil Smith Rowe. No, that's not the... Brighton have played well, but it's nothing to do with that. The referee killed the game at 10 minutes when he sent Joao Cancelo off. Was it a red? Go and have a watch of it, Emil Smith Rowe, if you can somewhere. Danny Welbeck fouls Cancelo and gets Cancelo sent off. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. And the referee, that's not the only bad decision he's made today. He's been shocking. Do you not find it odd that Barcelona still haven't announced the signing of Eric Garcia, by the way? Maybe they're watching him realising he's not that good. He'll be playing for Eibar, won't he, in the Segunda, if he keeps playing like this. Brighton are playing the ball well. They're knocking it around really well. This will be the first game we lose in which Foden has scored in. It says how it is. Well, just been shocking, the refereeing. It really has. I believe he's tried to send Ederson off for a handball in it as well at one point. Stuart Atwell. He's had that good of a game. Moron. Here's Bissouma. Into the midfield. Still going. Why they go? Brighton are just knocking the ball around, knocking it around well. City are chasing shadows. The thing is, with City, they've only got 10 men. They're struggling to stop Brighton. Stop them playing it around. Brighton just trying to play it around the back. Lallana foul by Jesus. The ref seemed to see that one. Don't know how it's going on like this. Foul by Jesus. I mean, the ref seems to see everything in Brighton's favour, doesn't he? Seems to see everything. Really, I just don't understand it. Ball forward by Brighton. Well defended by Diaz. Rodri. Fernandinho. Clattered into by Bissouma. Free kick. Bissouma then blocks the free kick. Referee. No yellow card for Bissouma because he's not wearing a black shirt today. He's wearing them blue and white stripes. And Stuart Atwell is a massive fan of Brighton, it seems. Fernandinho keeps chucking the ball forward. Referee there was ready to book Fernandinho and send him off, I think. Fernandinho just nearly got a second yellow card for throwing the ball away twice, 3 times, 4 times. Just ridiculous. The referee's been so poor. Jesus, good play down in the box. Lallana with a ridiculously good tackle, I think, on Gabriel Jesus. He should have just pulled the trigger an hour before. Skips past Bissouma. Oh, it's a very good tackle, though, by Lallana on Jesus. Barcelona having a financial crisis. The little money they have, they will spend, says Caldergamer. Well, it looks like Depay's going there. Aguero's going there. Garcia's going there. Bit underwhelming as a Barcelona fan if you think Eric Garcia's coming in to reinforce your defence. He's absolutely rubbish. Oh, Stones has made a mistake here. Brighton are in again. Oh, Diaz has fell over the keeper. Somehow it's not gone in the net. This is shocking from City. It really is. But they haven't helped us at all, have they? The FA and Stuart Atwell. VAR is checking a possible penalty here on Gabriel Jesus. Well, if VAR works in Manchester City's favour, you're surprised. Well, actually, Adam Lallana doesn't touch the ball. He takes Gabriel Jesus' foot. So this could be a penalty for City, which isn't good news because we won't score it. Oh, they said play on. They've said play on, so it's not a penalty for taking Jesus' legs in the box. Play on. I don't even know anymore. Lallana didn't get the ball, everyone. Lallana got Jesus' feet and then the ball. VAR checks it in slow motion, watches what I just saw, watches what any other football fan just saw at home, and decided no penalty. It's just unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable how shocking this ref's been today. 5 minutes of added time once again. I don't know where these 5 minutes have come from. Or maybe it's 5 minutes to City to get a goal. Ball over the top by Stones. Chased by Eric Garcia of all people. Oh, they give it away. Sanchez to Fernandinho here. Fernandinho across the box. Chance! Oh, saved by Sanchez. Butterfingers again. Eric Garcia. He couldn't hit a barn door, could he, Eric Garcia? Get off now, Garcia, says Manny. Garcia would literally not get in Ibar's side. I don't think he'd get in Sheffield United's side with Eric Garcia. It's a good save, this, by Sanchez, but he's, again, butterfingers. Show us the Garcia. Ugh. Does anyone remember when Benzema said to his teammates in the tunnel, I think he said it to Marcelo, he said, I swear on my mother's life, don't pass to Vinicius Jr., he's playing against us. That's what it feels like, Eric Garcia. I mean, Andrew just said there, Garcia's playing for Brighton. Paul says for all the players to drop to, I know. Just why Eric Garcia? Why anything, Eric Garcia? He's shocking. Fernandinho. Good skip away from the midfielder, Fernandinho. Wide to Foden. Zinchenko. Crossing by Zinchenko. Rodri with the head in there. Cleared away by Brighton. Counter-attacks on. Fernandinho with a foot in there. It's a City throw. Webster's gone down holding his head. Caldergamer says maybe Brighton should sign Garcia. I don't think he'd fit in Brighton's side either. I don't think they'd take him. I used to really like Garcias as Paul, but this season he's been woeful. Was he ever that good, really? He hasn't played that many games, has he? To be honest with you. He's never really played that many games. It doesn't help that he runs like he's got cement in his boots. I mean, his whole game is based around he's a good footballer on the ball, which he might be, but he can't defend, can he? So he's not a very good defender then. Oh, City give the ball away again too easily. Diaz has to go back to Edison as Brighton play the ball forward. This is shocking. City have been so poor today. So poor. Diaz, Zinchenko. Good touch by. Diaz is going forward here. The shirt pulling from Webster here on Diaz. No intention of playing the ball. Just pulling the shirt of Ruben Diaz by Webster. Pulls Diaz to the ground. Free kick Manchester City. Brighton trying to hold on for these 3 points. Graham Potter barking instructions. Hoping his side can stay with 3 points here. I imagine if he starts in the final, says Cal the Gamer. I tell you what, if Eric Garcia starts, I'm not going to watch the game. I will not watch the game because we've lost. Zinchenko swings it in. Headed away by Brighton. Poor clearance by Trossard. Gets a second bite at it. Lumps it up to Zinchenko. Terrible clearance by Zinchenko. It works out. Jesus sprints the Brighton player. Well done, Jesus. In behind to Foden. Here's Phil. Ball into the box by Phil Foden. Slips, slices it, overhits it. Behind for a goal kick. Webster wants to take his shirt on, says Paul. No. He wants the Diaz shirt. Thinks it might make him a better player. A yellow card here for Sanchez for time wasting, and Pep's laughing about it. The referee trying to do something to make it look like he's not that completely biased. He's giving it a go, isn't he, Stuart Atwell, towards the end. Giving 2 yellow cards Brighton's way. Makes him feel better about himself. Long ball by Sanchez. Rodri with a head on it. Brighton throw in. I think a worse substitute. You know what was worse for City is we went down to 10 men and we brought Eric Garcia on. We should have just played with 3 at the back. We are playing with 3 at the back with Garcia in there. He's useless. Burn, long throw in. Garcia's getting bullied again. 95 minutes have been played of the 5 added minutes, so the ref's going to blow the final whistle pretty soon. Stones. Straight to a Brighton player. Fernandinho in there. Burn heads it away. Stones across again. Well done, Stones. Eric Garcia. Good pass straight back to Brighton, Eric Garcia. That's full time. 3-2. Brighton beat Manchester City. Well, it's good for them fans who are back. Pep and Graham Potter are having a bit of a chat. Pep's not happy. Pep's really not happy with Graham Potter. Ooh, well, there's some words from the City physio and backroom staff. Having a lot of words with Graham Potter here. Pep Guardiola having a long word with Graham Potter. They're not happy with Brighton. Margaret says shame the ref spoiled what could have been a good game. Quite right. Andrew says great commentary. Gary says can't imagine anyone predicted this scoreline. Time of the season when you get freak results though. Thanks for commentary. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you very much, Gary. Should be better, much better by the weekend anyway. Just today. But City fall to Brighton, 3-2 defeat. The Brighton players are happy. They played well, Brighton, but City were 10 against 12 in that game, and it's not easy to win. Thanks very much for watching. Have a nice rest of your week. City do play this weekend, don't they? Against Everton for the final Premier League game of the season, and we'll get to see them lift that Premier League trophy. Thank you very much to everyone. It's been great to have you. We'll see you next time.